Hi, everybody. So, in my continuing series about casual magic events in Austin, I went to Game Kastle North in Austin. It was my first time ever at that game store, but it wasn't too far. So, I drove over there. They have Friday Night Magic from 6 to 10. I was there the entire time, 6 to 10. I got there right around 6. I went in, I went up to the counter and said, "Hey, I'm here for the casual magic." They said, "Oh, go to the tables back there." Now, this one did have a code I had to enter into my phone. Um, I guess they're part of like Wizards' network of retailers, right? So they wanted to know how many people are coming who are official, Wizards players and stuff, Magic players. So I entered the code. So they gave me a promo card. Um, that was kind of cool. That was nice. I got a promo card. It was a March of the Machine card. And then after that, I sat down at the table. There's only one guy there so far, Jacob. We talked a little bit. Then Devin showed up, who was another guy. Both these guys are probably in their 20s. They seem pretty nice, right? And I was talking to them about their decks and stuff, right? Jacob had a Kibu deck with the monkey, and then I believe the first game. What did Devin have? I forget what Devin had. But then Luis sat down with us. Now Luis was older. He's about my age, maybe even a little older than me. He said he started playing Magic in 1995 and still has a whole bunch of cards. Now, when I went to the different game stores, there seems to be a different focus at the different stores about different things. If I had to say the focus at this store, it was on trading, right? Magic was a trading card game, and everyone here said, "Hey, are you trading anything? Where's your trade binder?" It was all about trading, and that's something that I did not see at Dragon's Lair last weekend, and I did not see that at Wonko's either, so that was a different thing. So since they were trading cards, I'm pretty sure there were no proxies, but we did have a discussion come up about whether if you have the real card and you don't want to risk it in play, keep it in a binder and then use a proxy while you're playing. So there was that discussion that you still had to have the cards. So that was very clear at this game store how it worked. But Jacob, Devin, and Lewis, we played 3 games total. Now, one thing I kind of noticed at this store, and maybe this also happens at Dragon's Lair too, is interaction, right? In-game interaction where you have counter spells, you have spot removal, things like that. They seem a little less common, and people seem surprised when I'm using them, right? So the first deck that I use, and I think this is going to be my standard going forward, is my Shorikai deck. Which I guess now that I think about it, I'll put the deck list in the description here. I'll link to it so if anyone wants to see exactly what cards I'm bringing to this, right? So I have my Shorikai deck. It doesn't have any instant win combos in it. It can, if it gets the Dramatic Reversal and Isochron Scepter together, then it can actually do an easy win con. But there's a little bit of work in it, So I was, kind of just moving around. I got a big board presence. Everyone's kind of scared about my big board presence. I'm doing spot removal. I'm doing counter spells, negates, stuff like that, Normal things in my deck. But it's something that they're not used to right now. Everyone didn't have a problem with that. Luis apparently always brings really strong decks and usually wins. That was the impression I got. Everyone there knew Luis. And Jacob, he's been there before. I mean, everyone already knew Luis. Devin was there before too. Devin seemed to be the newest player. He was a little more hesitant. He didn't really know his deck very well. He was taking back some moves, which was kind of upsetting Luis a little bit, right? But yeah, but one interaction that kind of happened, this hasn't happened before to me in the casual commander night, is I did get some salt, right? So some salt is when a player has a beef about something happening in the game, right? So what happened was I spot removed one of the commanders. All the commanders were like kill on sight commanders, and I knew it. So, but it was Jacob's commander, and then we had another game, and then Jacob's playing he's playing a Urza deck, right? A modified Urza deck, and he gets in Rhystic Studies. Okay, I take out Rhystic Studies, and he gets upset about that. But it's like, dude, it's Rhystic Studies. I don't want to pay every round to cast more spells, right? So the third game he gets Esper Sentinel and Rhystic Study. And so both of these cards you have to pay more or he's drawing cards. So it goes all the way around the table like once or twice, and then finally I get something and I remove it, right? I remove both of them. And man, did he get mad at me. Everything, he always attacked me. Every time attacking my guys, destroying my guys in every game. It was pretty interesting. It was an interesting thing that hasn't happened to me before. But, it's part of the game. If I see someone playing a Rhystic Study or an Esper Sentinel, I'm going to take it out because I don't want to pay the one. No one else there was paying the one or the two. So he drew a whole bunch of cards already. And I'd say he got his value worth of it, He didn't win the game, but he got his value worth. So it's all good. It's all good. So my thoughts on this game store it was a really good store. They even had a raffle for a commander deck. It was the Witherbloom School from Strixhaven. They had that deck. They gave it away. It wasn't me, someone else. But the price was nothing. They had no price. And I even asked. I said, do we have to pay anything? Go, nope, no paying. Just sit down, enjoy the game. And I got a free card. I played some commander. I didn't have to pay any money. I knew proxies weren't there because they said that. It was a very friendly store. Very welcoming, right? I mean, Luis even got my phone number so that because he wants to trade for some things. Really heavy in trade, this store. It's much different than anything I've encountered anywhere else. But this is only the third store I've checked out. But I will keep checking while Yuri and his mom are out of the country. I'll keep going to different game stores and giving you my thoughts. But overall, I was surprised. It's a smaller store. I've never heard of this store before. I went to it because it showed up on the Wizards Companion app, which is an app that shows you events in the local area. And I just said, all right, let me try it out. And I'm glad I did. There were some really good people there. I had a lot of fun. I'd like to go back someday, really. That one's a good one. I think that's a good store. All right, so that's Game Kastle North in Austin there, near Wells Branch, I guess. Yeah. So, yeah. All right, so I hope you liked my video. You liked my rambling. It's a good game store. Good commander culture there. I really liked it a lot. But like and subscribe. Share this video to someone who you think might like it. And and thank you for listening. Have a good day. Bye.